Everybody, it's Flocka here today. Today we're going to be doing who I think out of all the core elites in the game off of the release they did yesterday, and now we have the MUT database and muthead.com. I think we're going to do like who I think is the best team, and we're going to be doing a 3-4 defense and a 4-3 for both users who like to interchange or somebody who likes 4-3 preferred. So let's get right into it. All right, starting off, let's start off with the left tackle. We can go left to right on the O-line here. So I was looking at David Bakhtiari. It seems like he is one of the worst, not worst, but like one of the worst run blocking elites in the game. He's very one-sided heavy. I think I'd rather have Teron Armstead here. That's just personal opinion. But David Bakhtiari is the best from pass blocking, and a lot of people are pass heavy. So I think I'm going to pick David Bakhtiari here. Teron Armstead is very interchangeable, though. All right, moving on to left guard, though. I think Quinn Nelson is the biggest upgrade here. From 84 to 82, you have like, he is obviously the best lineman, left guard in the league. Behind like Richie Incognito's probably second in the league. But these guys got team builder cards. But I think the for sure question here, or the for sure answer here, is Quentin Nelson. All right, moving on to center. This was a hard one between Jason Kelsey and Rodney Hudson. But I saw that if you want more run blocking, you're going to pick Jason Kelsey. But if you, like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, they're both really good cards, and Jason Kelsey dominates the run game, but Rodney Hudson is way more balanced for if you're trying to do, like a balanced scheme, more of, like, passing and running. So I think I'd take Rodney Hudson any day over Jason Kelsey here. Moving on to right guard, this is a no-brainer. Zach Martin is an 88 overall, one of the highest cards released on release date. I think he is going to be dominating the right guard spot if you have the money to spend there. If you don't, I'd go with Brandon Brooks, but Zach Martin is dominating the right guard spot. Moving on to right tackle, sometimes I'd like to put the overall aside. Like, obviously, people would be like, oh, I need Mitchell Schwartz here. But Ryan Ramchich's card is so good and so balanced that I think that I would rather go with Ryan Ramchich, but the pass blocking on Mitchell Schwartz is crazy too. And plus, with people coming off the edge with their X factors, their abilities, and plus now every D lineman is probably going to have one ability with the ability points. I think I'm going to go with Mitchell Schwartz here, so I have at least a little more pass blocking. Tight end, this is a no-brainer for me. You have the run blocking, you have the 81 speed. George Kittle is a no-brainer. Best tight end in the game, George Kittle. But then I like to throw in two tight ends here because most people run double tight end sets in at least 5 plays a game, 10 plays a game. I know I do. So I think I'm going to throw in Zach Ertz here. He is the new Rivals program. He has an 80 speed, which is kind of crazy for Zach Ertz. He's usually a slower tight end, but he does have really good stats. He's not the best run blocker at 58, but you having him as a second tight end, he can go out there, catch a pass. George Kittle can do everything. So you're really going to have a run blocking, do it all George Kittle, and then you're going to have your backup tight end, Zach Ertz, come in there for a couple plays, catch a ball or two. He has 80 speed. He'll get open. A wide receiver. I do not think Michael Thomas is a good player in Madden. That is my opinion. We don't know, though, yet this year because speed is a lot. Speed might kill again like it has in every other Madden. So, me predicting there, I am probably not going to put Michael Thomas there. I think I'm going to scroll down here. We're going to scroll down past all the Ed McCaffreys, and we're going to put Julio Jones at the number 1. I think he just plays the best, besides Tyreek Hill, obviously. So let's move on to wide receiver 2 here, which will be our guy all the way lined up to the right side. I think D-Hop is the best core, but if you're going to pick him, Ed McCaffrey, I think he does have better stats than most players. He does have an 85 speed, a little bit lead over at Hopkins, but I'm thinking most people are not going to pick Ed McCaffrey, so I'm going to throw D-Hop right here. And moving on to the slot wide receiver, your third wide receiver, I think everybody knows who this is going to be. It's going to be the man, the speed demon himself, 90 speed Tyreek Hill. This card is just, it's a must-have on day 1 of Madden release. This card is crazy. He's going to be faster than every other player in the game. It's just a must-have. All right, moving on to running back. Honestly, I think Christian McCaffrey is a very playable card this year. Like last year, he wasn't the best running back. He was very slowish, sluggish, everything. So I think it's going to be either Christian McCaffrey or even that free Adrian Peterson if I could find him. He's a pretty good card. This card's not bad. 86 speed. I think he's tied for third highest speed at running back. It's not a bad card, but I think I'm going to go with Christian McCaffrey here for my personal preference. I think he's going to be the best running back at the start. Moving on to quarterback. Okay, this is a toss-up because I know a lot of people are going to be getting the free Lamar, which I am, the MVP edition. So I think I'm going to be sticking with Lamar because I think I play better with him. But this is a throw between, like, if you like Patrick Mahomes or Lamar better. It's really personal preference. I think Russell Wilson's like a mix between the two. Like, he kind of has like the middle ground. So if you want to meet the middle of like speed wise, like he has a little more speed than Patrick Mahomes, but a little less than Lamar. I think if I were to not get the MVP edition and I'm spending money on the game, I think I'd probably get Patrick Mahomes, honestly. I think he's going to be the best. His speed's not as high as we thought it'd be, but his throwing stats are just too good not to have. Moving on to fullback, I think the obvious choice here is Kyle Juszczyk. He is the obvious best fullback in the game. There's only 3 elite fullbacks in the game, which I think is kind of crazy. Although C.J. Ham did make the Pro Bowl and had a really good season last year, I think the obvious choice here is Kyle Juszczyk. Said in the 4-3 and the 3-4, we're going to be doing 2 different options. So first, let's do like the middle linebackers and the free safeties first, and like the outside linebackers. Let's start off with that, and then we'll get to the D line and we'll make adjustments once we get through. So free safety, there's going to be that free Ronnie Lott you get. I think this is a very good card, honestly. Next to this Antoine Winfield I was looking at, he has an 87 speed at the free safety spot and an 84 power. He might be a really good card. His zone and man's a little low, but you might be able to get away with it this year. I don't know, though. You never know at the beginning of the year with Madden. But I think I'm going to pick Ronnie Lott to be safe here. I think he's the best, like, for sure, safe option. All right, we're going to start off with a 4-3 first. I'm not a 4-3 player, but I will say who I think is going to be the best 4-3 outside linebackers, which is like you need someone speed who can cover do everything, basically help in the run. I think Demario Davis is like obviously the best, but his speed's a little killer. And then I scrolled down and there's this team builder, Jatavis Brown. This card has 86 speed. He has a very good power at 85 pursuit, so he'll help in the run game. He has really good tackle, really good excel at 87. And an 80 play rack. This is actually a really good card for a 4-3 outside linebacker. All right, moving over to middle linebacker, I would put probably Sam Mills here, your MUT master. I think most people will do that, but say if you don't like Sam Mills, I know a lot of people were complaining about him yesterday because he was a 5'9" middle linebacker, which is kind of tough, but we'll have to see how he plays. But if you were not to put him there, I think the obvious choice here is probably Bobby Wagner. This Jalen Smith Rivals card is really good, though, at 83 speed. He has an 87 power, too. Jalen Smith might be really good. But I think I'm going to put Bobby Wagner there just because you don't have to use him if you don't want to. If you're a safety user, if you like covering the flats. Like, he's a really good computer card. You know what I mean? This is a really good card I'd have if I weren't to use Sam Mills. So moving on to the left outside linebacker for 4-3, I think the best option here is there's not really good outside linebackers, honestly, for a 4-3. But usually there are deeper down the lines when cards start getting upgrades and stuff. I think the best option here is probably to go with this Bruce Irvin with an 84 speed. He has a really good power, good pursuit. He'll help in the run game. I think this is a really solid card for a 4-3 outside linebacker. Moving on to strong safety. I think this is a no-brainer who the best card in the game is on day one. It's going to be that Isaiah Simmons. You're going to have to work for it. 90 speed is 88 power. This is 100%, 1,000% the best safety card in the game. This card is just ridiculous. You have everything from speed. He even has a higher power than Harrison Smith. He is the card that you have to go with on day one. Actually, so we haven't picked our team captain yet for this team builder. I think I'm going to go with, Stephon Gilmore is going to be our number 1. And then I'm going to move over to corner 2, and we're going to put Aeneas Williams at number 2. I think he is going to be a really good corner card this year. That's who I'm going to be picking for my captain. All right. I think so far, out of those 2, and then it's really hard to choose a third one, honestly. I think, though, I am going to probably go with Jalen Ramsey, or this A.J. Terrell card has a 90 speed. If I can get my hands on this A.J. Terrell card, I do not know how to get the team builders. It might be through challenges or something, but I think this A.J. Terrell card will be really good at 90 speed. I'm going to throw him in our slot corner. A 4-3 defense, you have 2 D tackles and 2 pass rushers on the ends. So I think we're going to go for right end here. We're going to go with Myles Garrett here. He has the speed at 77. He has a really high power move at 86. I think he's a really good card to throw in the beginning. I would put Aaron Donald there, but I don't when he was a 4-3 in the Rams back when they were in St. Louis, he was playing D tackle in the 4-3. So I wouldn't put him really at right end in a 4-3, but he probably could do it knowing how broken his card is. So besides that, I'd put Myles Garrett there in a 4-3. So if I was running D tackle in a 4-3, I'd probably put Aaron Donald out of position and put him as one of the D tackles. But so I'm gonna like disclaim that. So for this build, we're not gonna be doing that. But that's probably what I would do, is put Aaron Donald there and Fletcher Cox. But for now, we're gonna put Fletcher Cox here. We're gonna find our second D tackle. We're gonna scroll down, behind Leroy Glover, because we already took Williams at corner for our team captain. I think I would probably go with Grady Jarrett here. I would put Chris Jones here, but I think Chris Jones is the best 3-4 nose tackle. So I think we're going to go with Grady Jarrett here to put behind Fletcher Cox. And then to finish off the 4-3 build, I think we're going to go with probably J.J. Watt is the best. But I have been looking at this Cameron Jordan a lot because he's really good in the pass rush. And he's a little bit faster than J.J. Watt, which I thought was a little concerning. But I think I'm going to go with J.J. Watt because he's very balanced on everything. I think this is the full team for a 4-3. You have this as your D-line. You have Myles Garrett as your right end. You have Fletcher Cox and Grady Jarrett as your D tackles. You could put Aaron Donald here in a 4-3 as a D tackle. And then your left end, you have J.J. Watt. I think that's a very good D-line to start off with. And then your outside linebackers are Bruce Irvin and Jatavis Brown. They are both the team builders. I think this is a really good team to start off the season with. All right, now that we're moving on from 4-3 into a 3-4, we're going to be switching out the outside linebackers with pass rushers. So we're going to start off with our right outside linebacker. It didn't seem like there was a lot of really good pass rushers on here. This Jordan Jenkins didn't seem too bad, but I think I'm going to go with the safe option here and go with Shaquille Barrett off the edge. I think he might be able to get some sacks. He might be getting upgrades throughout the year. He might be a really good card. So in a 3-4, you're going to have two middle linebackers. So I'm going to add a second middle linebacker behind Bobby Wagner. Obviously, like I said before, it'd probably be your Mutt Master Mills. But I think I'm going to put Jalen Smith here because that's who most people are going to. Oh, wait, no. Actually, we took that Zach Ertz, so we can't do Jalen Smith. We're going to do probably Levante David is not a bad card, honestly. But honestly, I think we're going to have a speed guy coming in. So a lot of people like to keep their computer user as like their best overall middle linebacker, which I do with my Bobby Wagner or Luke Kuechly like last year. But this year, I think I'm going to go with my user, my Pacific user. I think I'm going to scroll down here and pick Deion Jones at an 84 speed. He's always a very good user off the beginning of the game. If you're not going to be using Mills at the Mutt Master, I don't know why you wouldn't, but this is if you weren't going to use him. I'd probably pick Deion Jones to be my user and Bobby Wagner to be my computer off-ball user. So then moving over to left outside linebacker, we do have two very good options here. Actually, honestly, you have 3 to 4 very good options here. But I think these two are very dominant. Honestly, I think Khalil Mack obviously has better card stats. He has everything better. But I think in game, and like even last year, Von Miller just plays better than Khalil Mack. I don't know how to explain it. You'd have to be playing Madden to realize. I think Von Miller just that one, like he does have only one speed. But it just matters more. I don't know. He just always gets it done for me. Every time I have him outside linebacker in 3-4, he just goes crazy for me. I think I'm going to go with Von Miller here. All right, so now we're going to be messing with the D-line a little bit. These guys will not be on the team. These are the 4-3 players, so we're going to be removing them real quick. At right end, I think this is the very, very obvious decision. We're going to be going with Aaron Donald, the run stuffer. He could pass rush. He could do everything at the end in a 3-4. He is just crazy. And then moving over to D tackle, you have a nose tackle, so you really kind of want your guy to be like a plug up the hole. He can kind of get through. I think the best 3-4 actual nose tackle in the game is Chris Jones. Last year in reg gameplay, I always played him. And the Chiefs, he got like 3 sacks a game in regular gameplay. So I think he'll be dominating the new Mutt. He is an 86 overall this year. I'm very excited to have him on the team. All right, and to finish it off, for left end, I heard Cameron Jordan is very interchangeable between 4-3 and 3-4 due to his, like, he's more of a bigger player. But I think I'm going to go with a true 3-4 end. And we're going to scroll down here because it used to be Calais Campbell, but it seems like he's a right end this year. But honestly, I think I might be going with either Dean Lowry or Stephon Tuitt. I have not decided yet. I think Dean Lowry might be the best, but if there's a way so I could put Calais Campbell at right end or at left end instead of right end, I think I'm going to be putting Calais Campbell here because he's an 86 overall. But if I had to stick to true position left end, I think I am going to go with that Dean Lowry card. So this has been the 3-4 best team I could put together. I think I will play the best in-game. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think is interchangeable, what you guys think is better. This has been Shoot Flock. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We got a lot more coming out with the game coming out tomorrow, boys. See ya, boys.